Good morning, everybody. This is Jamie coming at you live from Arizona. Oh, if you read my caption, you know. First of all, if you're catching me live, or if you're on a replay, comment below. Hey, girl, hey. I am live on Instagram and live on Facebook at the same time. Day 1, 75 hard. If you check my stories, you'll know why. I didn't finish my water. I'm going to finish this water. I sat up in the bed. I had the water bottle on the side, right? My son in the background. And I woke up this morning and the water bottle was still sitting there. Unfinished. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody's perfect. Surely not me. Take 3. As they say in the movies, right? Oh, Lord have mercy. Help me, Jesus. It's okay. It's okay. As I said last time I started over, I'm glad it's only day, what was I on? Day 7 something? I don't know. As opposed to day 77 or whatever, or 67. It's okay. It's okay. Starting over. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm still working out. I'm still exercising. Still taking my pictures. Still not drinking alcohol. Still not cheating. Not eating sweets on my... Oh! It's okay. I'm gonna be okay. Today's topic, boys and girls. Children and adults of all ages. Welcome to Ringling Brothers. Because it's a circus going on up in here right now. Oh, yeah. Oh, I digress. Okay, so today's topic is fear. What is your fear? You know, I remember somebody used to ask me, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't complete that, or you didn't finish that. You should probably look deeper inside yourself and find out what your fear is. And then I would have people tell me, oh my God, you moved out to Arizona from Pennsylvania all by yourself and you didn't know anybody and you didn't have a job and you had no place to live. That took a lot of courage. Courage. To me, it was a necessity. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania. I was born in Easton. I lived there most of my life. Our mom moved to Easton because she didn't want to raise her kids in the big city. All my brothers and sisters were born in New York. And my mom was like, I ain't raising no kids in this big city. They'll grow up and be hoodlums or something. I don't know. I wasn't born then. I can't tell you. But anyway, from the gist of what I've been told, she wanted to move to a place where it was quieter. And so Easton's a really small town. So a lot of people are like, oh, is that near Philly? No, not really. It's an hour and a half outside of Philly. And so my mom was like, oh, this is a nice small town. I guess she woke up one morning visiting somebody, I don't know, and there was birds chirping. And she's like, man, I never hear the birds chirping in New York. So everybody else was born in Manhattan. I think I have one that was born in Queens. I can't remember. And I was born in Pennsylvania out of all my siblings. So my mom moved to Pennsylvania. I was born there, lived in Easton, a real small town, like I said. The biggest city we had was Allentown, so I moved there, going to college and when I was on my own. So I moved to Allentown, Pennsylvania, lived there for about 8 years, and then I moved to Arizona. Why did I move to Arizona, you say, from a beautiful town in Pennsylvania? Oh, it's freezing! It was always cold, man. What was it? I moved here in Arizona. I moved here in 1999. 1997? 98? Yeah, 1997. We had a huge storm. Snowstorm, okay? It was so bad. The news was talking about it. We all knew it was coming. Everyone's like, the big storm's coming. You ain't going to be able to leave your house. Stock up. No one stocked up on toilet paper, though, by the way. Just a side note. I digress. Anyway, what we were doing is people were buying bread and milk, and so you'd walk in a grocery store and all the shelves were empty. There was no bread, there was no milk. Like all the necessities, the stuff that freezes or whatever, My phone is ringing. Ignore. Those robocalls drive me nuts, right? So, people were stocking up because the snow was coming. You know, want to know how much snow we had? I hope you're sitting down. 18 feet. Not inches. And those of you from Pennsylvania, if you can comment below if you remember this one. 18 feet of snow. Okay, at the time, I was in college. I had a job working at a domestic violence shelter for women. And on the weekends, I would spend the night. So I was going to school like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. No, wait, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was taking classes. I put all my classes on those days. And Tuesday and Thursday, I was trying to like do homework and catch up. And I had a full-time job working at the shelter, but I was spending nights. So I would get my 48 hours in, spending the night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Working the weekend. I go in Friday at like 8 o'clock at night, and I wouldn't get off till Sunday night. And I was like, man, how are we going to get into the shelter? You know, like once I'm there, I'm cool because I'm going to spend the night, you know. And when the storm hit, I remember I was living in an apartment in an alley, so no one shoveled. And there was no street cleaner coming through. And all the streets were in that emergency state, so you couldn't park on the streets. And I lived next to a fire department. And you know they clean their streets so they can get out for emergencies, right? Where'd they put the snow? In my alley. I couldn't leave my home. So I lived on the second floor over my car garage. So I had a 4-car garage where you could park 2 cars in the front, 2 cars in the back. And my entire apartment was over that garage. And I had a 2-bedroom. And I could go off my balcony in the kitchen and look down and see my backyard. And then the exit from the from the back of the garage. Now, if I go down the steps inside, I could go to my garage, and my car was in there, and my washer and dryer were down in there. And I was doing laundry and stocking up, taking all my clothes. So I knew I had to get to work. I had to get to work somehow. So what they were doing is some people in the shelter that worked there owned a ATV or something. I can't remember. Or a Jeep or some type. And they were giving people rides back and forth. And I was like, oh, cool. Somebody come pick me up. No. I don't know what happened. Something like they were busy or they got stuck or whatever. So when I opened my door downstairs to get out of my house, let's just say I couldn't open my door. People were putting brooms outside to be able to find their cars in the morning because of the snowstorm that was coming. And in the morning, they couldn't find the brooms. 18 feet is a lot of snow, people. That is why I live in Arizona. Oh, yeah. Nah. So it took me a year. I saved up a couple $1,000, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting out of here. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going someplace warm. So I looked at a map. I was just like, oh, Arizona. I hear it's warm there. Actually, no. I had a friend that used to live here in Arizona, came to Pennsylvania, him and his wife, and they were talking about, oh, you know, if it wasn't for my wife being a teacher and having a good job there, I would have never left Arizona because she wanted to come back to Pennsylvania. And I'm like, well, shame on her. Hey, good morning, Stephanie. So I was just like, you know what? I'm never coming here. He said it was warm in Arizona. That's where I'm going. I didn't have a job. I didn't know anybody. And it wasn't like I had kids. I mean, I was married. I was single. My mom had passed away. My dad was taken care of. I had gotten him in a facility where he was safe. And like you had to buzz a buzzer to get inside. My brothers and sisters were all adults living with their families. So I was like, I'm going to Arizona. And so when I got here, I got a temp job. I went to a temp agency, and I had a rental hunter. Because back then, well, I don't think you pay them any money. And they look for an apartment. You tell them what you want. Well, I want a 2-bedroom. I got a lot of stuff. And I want to live on the first floor because, you know, how am I going to move in? I don't know anybody. So when I got here, the only apartment they had was on the second floor. And God is just amazing because I went to an NA meeting, shared my story, and I was like, can somebody help me? And people helped me move in. And I got somebody to follow me because I had my car hitched to the back. I put everything I own in a 15-foot Ryder truck, hitched my Chevy Corsica, 1980, whatever it was, 89 Chevy Corsica to the back, and drove cross country by myself because it was cold in Pennsylvania and I had to get the hell out. And everybody's like, oh my God, that's so brave. You know, so many, you didn't know anybody, and I don't know anybody who would do something like that. That's so brave. You were so amazing. What courage. Courage? It was survival. Survival. So I think to myself, what fear do I have? Everyone's telling me how courageous I am. What fear could I possibly have in my life? What holds me back? And I had to think. I had to dig deep. And you know what? I'm going to tell you what caused me to have a problem finding a fear in my life. I didn't know it was a fear. I had no idea it was a fear. I struggled with belief in myself. So how is that a fear, you might say? If you don't believe in yourself, where's that coming from? What's the fear in that? I had been told many times in my life, you're fat, you're ugly, no one's ever going to want you. So the fear then with that message, with that negative message is, I better take what I can get. That's why I was in abusive relationships. That's why I was with men that raped me. That's why I settled. So if you're not understanding what your fear is and trying to grasp what your fear is and where it comes from, understand that if you're listening to those negative messages and voices in your past, from your past, that's causing you to behave a certain way here in the present, and that's limiting you, that's holding you back, and that's where the fear is. Because I couldn't understand what a fear was. I was like, what am I afraid of? Snakes? I don't know. Hey, good morning, Ann. Thank you guys so much for watching. So, as I always say, if you feel that this information is helpful to anyone that you may know, please share this on your wall. I don't know how many friends you have, 100 friends, 50 friends, 1,000 friends on Facebook. Share this. Give it to somebody. Help them. That's how we help. Sharing is caring, right? So, in closing, I will say this. If you're struggling like I did, trying to figure out what your fear was, go back and hear those, don't hear them, but remember those negative messages that people said to you. Like I said, I kept hearing I was fat, I was ugly, you're never going to get anybody, and who's going to want you? I have an amazing man in my life right now, and that's the stuff that I heard that was never going to happen. Never going to happen. You ain't going to find anybody. Oh, good morning, Nancy. So listening and keeping those negative messages from the past is what's limiting you in the present. And that's what holds us back. And, that was part of the podcast that I was listening to this morning. As always, I learn from you, for you, to share this with you. You take the information, share it with others, do what you choose. But that is the mission and the desire that God has put in my heart, to help people grow and to just get healthy in all areas. This is mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, in all areas. Yeah, I'm starting day one again with 75 hard. I'm okay with that. Am I learning from this experience? You damn right I am. I am not going to forget to drink the rest of my water. I am not falling asleep, and I'm getting it done earlier in the day. I am chug-a-lugging this morning. Believe that. So if you're struggling and you want to start 75 hard or do 75 soft, I got some people that are doing the 75 soft. It's 15 minutes twice a day, working out, exercising. Let me know. Send me a message. And realize you do not have to be perfect to do this, because this is the second time, take 3, that I am doing 75 hard again. And I'm okay with that, because, that's just the way it is. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you found this helpful, Please comment below. Otherwise, I'll stop doing lives and I won't even do them anymore because you guys don't think it's helpful. I'll give you what you want. Just kidding. All right, take care. God bless. Make it a blessed Friday Eve. Aha. Yay. All right, Sabrina. That's right. You're going to do 30 days hard for 15 minutes. Okay, so you're doing the 75. Okay, you're doing 30 soft instead of 75 hard. I like that. We're gonna call it what we call it ourselves, right? We're gonna make up our own titles. All right, guys, you take care and make it a blessed Friday Eve. I'm going off live of Instagram. Goodbye, Instagram. Hit the button. I hit it like 5 times. And there we go. And goodbye, Facebook. Make it a blessed Friday Eve.